What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 48 different altcoins in this video. Yes, you heard correctly, 48 different altcoins in this request video. I'm going to try to move through these pretty fast, give a basic short-term outlook, unless otherwise specified in the request. If you're wondering which coins I'm talking about in this video, you can look in the description below. I will leave a list with all the tickers and then the appropriate timestamps next to them. It should be below the disclaimer in the description. If I don't have room to leave it, because you're only allowed a certain amount of characters in the description, and this is the biggest video I think for altcoins I've ever done for a request video, then I'll just leave it in a pinned comment or something like that. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get on with our bad selves, because this video is going to take a long time at 48 coins, man. If I spend 2 minutes on each coin, we're going to be here for quite some time. So let's just do this, all right? Zcash at the request of, where is it? Cow, we're doing this one for you, my friend. All right, so looking at Zcash from its relative high on Coinbase, is that a relative high to take into consideration? Maybe. I don't know. I feel better about this chart. From a high to a low here, got above your 382. We're on a monthly basis. Let's look at you on a weekly basis, maybe. Yes, consolidating between your 0.5 and 382, you probably do see a nice move up to your 61869 here pretty soon. I would suspect by the end of the month you're up above $100, so you're at 59 bucks now, 113, maybe to 143, and then carrying on into February, you probably see targets upwards of $255 to $191, something like that. Zcash definitely about to move up. The weekly RSI looks phenomenal. Daily RSI also looks fairly well, actually. And I love the 3-day RSI too. And the 3-day actually looks really, the 3-day and the weekly RSI tell a lot, and the weekly, or the fib range also says that you want to move up, so that's good. Zcash Link is the next one for Cow as well. High here to low there, bouncing off the 886 after finding resistance on the 1272. No doubt in my mind you're going at least to $35. You're at $23 now, but the doable, like the very probably suitable next target would be something around 43 bucks. 40 to 45 bucks is probably where you go. I'd give you a high of 57 bucks to 64 bucks. I would say maybe 43 bucks by the end of January, and then 57 to 64 bucks by the end of February, something like that. Of course, if you're not even above 35 bucks by the end of January, then perhaps maybe this $43 target could be considered for the end of February. All right, so that's Link. I like the weekly RSI. Daily RSI just broke out of its downtrend, nice, and the 3-day RSI looks really good, actually, so they all look good. That's good. Link, we're talking about Ethereum Classic, and somebody requested this. I didn't write your name down. I'm sorry. There's actually a lot of people that requested Ethereum Classic, to be completely fair, but whoever you were, I'm sorry. I didn't write your name down. Hit that like button, though. Subscribe if you haven't, and leave it in the comments, whoever you are. Rejected the 382 here, or didn't reject it, I suppose. It looks like you're finding resistance, but you did just close your 3-day period before. I like your 3-day RSI. It doesn't look bad. Daily time frame also looks really good. Weekly time frame, beautiful. Okay, yeah, so you're probably gonna bounce here. I would suspect that you move up from here, from a high to a low. I mean, obviously you're in the midst of a bounce now. 19 hours left. Close above the 618. That's nice. Next targets are 32 to 35 bucks. You're at $28 now. I bet by the end of the month you'll probably be around $35 to $45 would be my guess. Going into February, $51, $58. Those could be your targets, right? That's kind of my guess. Maybe in the beginning of February you'll be up in this area, first half of February. You could keep pushing, you know, just looking at this like this. I mean, yeah, something like that. You could keep pushing. It doesn't have to be that long. It could be even longer. And if you were to keep pushing, maybe instead of the beginning of February, it'd be like the end of February, middle parts of February that you're at this area. But anything from 51 to 70 bucks, I think sometime in February is a doable target area to achieve. And the earlier, by the end of January, you know, if you're at these areas, then you probably do likely hit these higher areas. If you're down here by the end of January, then probably likely you stop here sometime by the end of February, is my thoughts. And when I say stop, guys, anybody concerned about me saying stop, I'm not talking about a huge stop. I'm not talking about something like this. I mean, maybe something like that, and then you move up, but nothing grand, right? Stuff like this. You moved up, you had a stop, and then you moved up again. Then you have a stop, and then you move up again. You know what I mean? It's nothing crazy. So ETC, that's that. Game for Clay Cow. Game for Clay Cow on KuCoin here, maybe. Is that a good one? CoinX, not as good. What about Gate.io? Oh, it looks like KuCoin. Let's just do KuCoin because I trust KuCoin. But yeah, all right, cool. All right, so How much did you drop from ICO? Okay, well that's a solid drop. So that probably is your low, right? You ICO'd, came out, dumped all the people that bought the pre-sale, and they got to offload immediately from their tokens being unlocked, and they just had an automatic premium on their purchases. Yeah, all that's done. 98% down. Probably ready to come up. I don't know what an appropriate retracement would be, so I'm going to measure out an extension from a high to a low. Let's go to the daily time frame. It'll look a little bit more obvious. Okay, yeah, bouncing off the 618. You're working your way up to this area, 3.3 cents to 5 cents. You're at 1.6 cents now. So working your way up to 3.3 to 5 cents. You break above 5 cents, you have access immediately to about 7 cents to 17 cents. And really, shit gets real once you break above 8 cents. When you break above 8 cents, you probably don't stop here at 11 cents. You probably would go straight up to 17 cents. Once you're up at 17 cents, you can really play around with this little area here, 17 to 23 cents, I would say. Things get crazy once you break above like 7 to 8 cents there. So next target area, probably 3.3 to 5 cents. You probably do consolidate between like 5 cents and 8 cents for a little bit, and then have a nice run up to, I mean, who knows how high, man. At least 17 cents, if not probably a lot higher. But yeah, you're probably going to start running here any day now. I like the daily RSI, looks great. I like the 3-day RSI, looks great. The weekly RSI sucks, but hey, it's a brand new coin, so what are you going to do about that? That's game for Clay Cow. I think that was the one you wanted, right? It said, let me check the contract. Damn. I wrote a note and I didn't see it until now. You said check the contract, so let me, or you gave me a contract. Maybe you didn't say check the contract. That was just for me, but let's see. Hold up, y'all. Just gonna put this on a little posy poo poo real quick. I don't think you can see what I'm doing here. I'm on a different thing. Just hold on. Game token, max supply. Is this the right one though? Can I find the price? Where? No, it's not on. So maybe I just did analysis on the wrong one. I might have. That's the max total supply. Let me look here. Hold on. Price. There we go. 25 cents. So it wouldn't be. Would it be? No, it's not this one. Damn. All right, Clay Cow. We'll do one more just for you here, man. But damn, that sucks. That's my fault. You told me. You know, you told me. Let's just do this here. Game by virtuals. All right, this is the one he wanted me to do. A lot lower of a market cap. Or no, that's a pretty decent market cap. I don't know what this other one's market cap would be, but 1.6 cents. Yeah, 25 cents. This is the one. Okay, so log here, daily. I mean, 25 is definitely a low market cap. Not a lot to go off of. I can say that, right? Definitely not a lot to go off of. Relative strength index. This video is going to be going on forever, man. Lower lows in the RSI, lower lows in the price. You probably do roll over from here. Looks like you probably do. And that's okay. Don't be sad if you do. Oh, can I take it back? Can I say you don't? I take it back. I don't think you roll over from here. I take it back. I don't think you do. I think you bounce from here. This is actually probably a really ideal time to buy. The 4-hour looks ferocious. It looks good. I think if you were going to drop, you would have done it here, and you haven't. You've had it. I don't think you're going to. I think you're going to bounce. I think you're consolidating. You're in this like broadening wedge at the top, and this next move up, you're going to break out to the upside. So 25 cents now. I don't know. There's not really anything to measure off of this. If we go to this high to low here, maybe high to low here. 2618 there. I mean, 3618's all the way up here. You get above that all-time high there, and it's on maybe up to $2.51. You'd be at like a $2.5 billion market cap or something like that at that point, right? Is that right? Let me see what's your current market cap right now. Or no, you'd be. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, you'd be something like that. It'd be a 10x from here. Your current market cap is. Does it tell me? On-chain market cap 252 million. So yeah, 10x would be 2.5 billion, 2.6 billion, something like that, right? That might be what you're about to do. I don't know. Not financial advice. You could just as easily roll over from here, but I have the suspicion that you're going to move higher, and that's just your next fib target. But don't rely too heavy on this. You might not even see this target. Perhaps you stop somewhere in the middle. Perhaps you exceed it. You know, you never know with stuff like this, but it does look like it wants to go higher. That's my personal opinion. Okay, let's move on. Hopefully there's no more confusing ones. BSV for Party Boy. Oops, wrong one there. Weekly looking good. I like that you're finding support on your 123 moving average. That's always a good thing, right? Finding support down here as well. Looking like you're ready for the next move up. Let's look at this thing on a monthly basis real quick. Yeah. High to low. Probably moving up to 138 to 174. You're at about 57 bucks now. Those are good end of January, mid-February targets, I would say. Let's just see how you do by the end of the month, but I think that's where you're moving up to. BSV, easy peasy. Let's talk about TRB now for Mr. Party Boy as well. TRB, Tellor Network. From a low to a high. Low to a high. Couldn't even hit the 618. That's nice. That's beautiful. I like where you're finding support on the monthly too. Weekly's looking good. Finding support on the 123 moving average. Nice. Weekly RSI is looking good as well. Yeah, man, you're about to rip. You are. You're about to do something like this, probably. Probably does take you to new all-time highs. Where are you going to go? High to low. I mean, you probably go exactly where I drew you right there. Like, literally right there. 1272. Beautiful. 67 bucks now. Is that right? 67 bucks now, 1,000 bucks later. Is that what we're saying? Is this right? What the hell? Man, you had a massive sell-off, didn't you? I didn't realize how massive that was. It's a 91% drop, y'all. At the current price from the all-time high, this thing's at an 87% discount. That's a good discount. And it doesn't look bad. The chart, like, I actually think that you want to move up from here. Hold up now. We're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive. Damn you guys with these ones that take a little bit longer. But hey, if it's worth taking a little bit of time, it's worth taking a little bit of time, you know. These videos are more for you guys anyways, you know, and for me. They really are for me. And I mean, they're for all of us because we can sift, we can find things, right? We do 48 altcoins. We spend a little bit of time looking at them, right? We can see if there's an obvious gem, an obvious play that's about to be made. You best believe we're going to sniff it out in a video like this, right? With 48 coins, it might take a while, but we're going to sift through the dirt. That's the point of these, right? So anyways, hit that like button on that note. $177 million market cap. Max supply undefined. Okay, whatever. Total supply is that. Fully diluted valuation ain't bad. What does CoinGecko, what do they say about them? Because I know that they do different things sometimes. Total supply. Doesn't say max supply. Whatever. Okay, cool. Good to know. So 176, let's just say $180 million right now. 180 million all the way up to 1,000. What is that? So that would be over $1 billion. That's not undoable, right? It's not impossible. 180. That would be over $2 billion. All the way up to $1,000 too. I mean, that's your minimum target. That's a nice psychological level of resistance. This thing looks like it wants to rip, man. Like it. And when I say, like, I mean, this could be the winner of the night. Like, genuinely, Mr. Party Boy. We might have a win. I'm not trying to get your hopes up, man. Like, watch, you know, like, you never know, right? But I have the funny suspicion, like, you did this coming up into, that's a massive pullback, a lot of time to accumulate. I think if with that kind of a pullback, almost like over 90% of a pullback overall, right, wasn't it? High to low. Yeah, 91%. If you were to go lower, I think you would have done it already. You had plenty of opportunities to do it and decouple from the market. But you actually look like you're holding structure at key areas, finding support, right, time and time again at key areas of, well, kind of around this area of resistance, to be fair. Not right at it. Some of these wicks are right at it, but the closing areas and the main area of support's right here, kind of in an obscure area, to be completely fair. but the wicks are right there. Which actually these wicks here are right here at this resistance, right there at that support, right there at this support as well. So that's actually, that makes a little bit more sense there. It just looks good. It looks really good. You know what? I'm going to stop beating around the bush with this thing. I had to like triple, quadruple check myself, but the weekly RSI looks fierce. It really does. 3-day RSI, same thing, man. Daily, Mr. Party Boy, you're probably going to win this one, man. Like, not even close. You guys, this thing, you're at 67 bucks. This is going to be one of those big ones that they're going to talk about, right? Like when I say one of the big ones they're going to talk about, I mean like this is going to be one of those big coins like XLM, HBAR, XRP recently, right? ADA, all the coins that have pumped recently. It's going to be its turn in the limelight. I bet you're moving up to $1,000 by the end of January. Probably not. By the end of February, maybe. Beginning of March, maybe. I don't know. How long did it take you to do this last time? $18 weeks. Let's say you're starting it here, maybe. That'd put you in April. Maybe you just keep moving up till April. A little bit of consolidation here or there, maybe. I don't know. And at that rate, maybe by the end of January, February, you're at like $300 to $500, something like that, right? That'd be my personal expectation. See, that's what I really wanted to get down to, is like this just felt too high to be a January expectation. But an April expectation, I could see that, right? Definitely April. But still, that's above average, and I could see that. Even this is pretty above average here. So I think anything from $200 to $500 by the end of February is a doable target. Likely something between $300 and $500, or even $400, $500. Those upper areas are what I would expect. Okay, TRB took a hell of a lot of time on that one, but I think we got a winner there, man. And if anything, I think it would move up faster, not slower than I'm expecting it to. But I don't think it does. All right, Ravencoin. This one's easy, right? We already got the analysis. You're at about 2.3 cents now. I think you are moving up to 9 cents, right? I definitely do think you're moving up to 9 cents. Very clear here. Oh, the last time I did it, it looks like it was right before. It was right here. We thought that was the low, apparently. We came lower. So same targets, just different time frame, right? Move it out a little bit. Instead of end of January, maybe that's like an end of February target, right? And then instead of this being the end of December target, maybe that's your end of January target, right? Just move it over. It's essentially the same analysis. Found support at the 236, looking like you're coming up here, close above the 382. You probably do retrace this whole move, looking at it as a whole, right? You've got this kind of W shape right here. I do suspect that you move above this high, and when you do, 9.3 cents is the next target to hit. You're at 2.3 cents now. So let's talk about 9.3 cents probably over the next month and a half, something like that. And then probably like a 5 cent to 4 cent target over the next month. That's Ravencoin. At the request of Party Boy as well, Dag for David. We're going to talk about Dag. And you wanted me to do specifically all-time high predictions for Dag, so we're going to do that. You know, this one's not as easy to do because it is such a new coin. So this is not going to be an accurate prediction, right? I often tell people when I do predictions like this, it's actually probably not even appropriate. So take this with a humongous fistful of salt, right? The reason why it's not appropriate is because this thing doesn't have cyclical data. It's just this relative high that we put in August, right? Oh wait, that's August 2021. Okay, maybe we can. Maybe that actually is. I'm sorry, I thought I was on like a daily or a weekly time frame. I didn't realize I was on a monthly. Okay, maybe, you know, nix that. Maybe we can get a more accurate prediction here. $170 million right now. So 170. How much did you move up last time? Nice, man. Nice. 170. What would that do there, though? Buddy, I think you could move up. Let's see. Hold up. $170 million times 10 is a billion. That'd be 50 billion, right? Is that right? No. Yes. Times 50 would be 5 billion. Is that right? It's only 5 billion? 50x? Am I doing my math right? I gotta be right. 180. Oh no, it's a lot more. So it would be closer to like 10 billion, but not quite, because a 10x would be 1.7 billion. 50x would be almost 10, but not quite. Yeah. Okay, so sorry. You could probably even go higher than that, but based off of your last cycle's movements, it's not impossible. There are some coins that do see larger moves in their second cycle than their first first cycle, but most of the time you get smaller moves, right? And this is a very doable market cap, $10 billion market cap. You're not asking for the world by any means, right? Hold on, let me get the one from the current price right here. If you were to do 100x, for example, that would give you a $17 billion market cap, right? 100x. That's crazy. This thing's definitely 100xable. Dude, you might go... What am I missing here? Okay, that's what it is. This one's all the way from the low. I was like, why is this one at a smaller point? I think you could, man. I think you might go all the way up to like 740 to 1062 by the end of the cycle. Dag. You guys, over like 100x potential or more. And if it's not these crazy high targets, which I think are very achievable, like the market caps that we're asking for are not impossible. They're not high. It's very likely. I shouldn't use the word likely. Very attainable, very possible. Not a small feat to accomplish, but not an impossible feat either, and a very kind of common feat as well. But even at like a minimum perspective, an 18x could be expected, a 50-something x could be expected. This is a good coin, man. I'm gonna write this one down actually. Gotta be honest. For all-time high potential, there's Dag there. All right, let's see. ICP for 1, 2, 3. ICP, let's try to move through these, you guys. Let's see if we can do that, right? $12 here from a high to a low. I definitely do expect you're moving up higher now. If we look at the weekly RSI, bouncing off the 50, good. Looking like you're probably going to make a move up. This move up, if you liked that, this next move up will probably be stronger. I would suspect that sometime in February you're reaching for 30 bucks. You're at 12 bucks now, so by the end of the month you're probably not at 30 bucks, but sometime in February 30 to 35 bucks is where you'll be. That's my expectation. I like 35, 36 bucks. ICP, there's that. Let's talk about SD for JS14 SD on Coinbase here. Is Coinbase a good one? There we go. That's a better one. Finding resistance here on a closing basis at previous areas of resistance. When you break through this area, when you close above this line, it's going to be magnificent for you, very likely. From a high to a low here, consolidating right there. I think this is setting you up for a bullish move. You probably don't stop at $2.16, but at least $2.70, if not all the way up to $3.70. And truthfully, you could go higher. You could go higher because whenever you're talking about your price action, there's not really anything of significance stopping you until right here, which is just above your 1618. All right, so that would put you right at about $4, $4.20. Don't be surprised. I bet you move up to about $4.20, man. $4.20, $4, somewhere in that range. I bet you do that. That's my expectation for you. Yeah, you're at $1.34 right now. Same time frame as all the rest of them, right? Nothing new there. You're probably going to move up any day now. Is it going to be today? Maybe. Is it going to be within the next week? Maybe. Is it going to be within the next 2 weeks? I would definitely assume so. SD, JS14, DIA is the next one. DIA. Bull flag and a half right there. That's the full definition of a bull flag, right? From the low to the high. Measure move is here. Line it up with some fibs, see if it makes sense. High to low. And don't you know, let's make it right at the low there. That's like almost right at the low. That high is basically at the 1618, so it's at the golden ratio. So let's call for that, right? Same kind of time frame, even maybe. That puts you at the end of January. You haven't really started this move yet, though, right? It looks like you've found your low clearly, but I don't think you started this move right. I didn't measure it from this low. I measured it from the beginning of the move, so maybe your move starts here. And at that rate, maybe you move all the way up to 287, but something around $2.30 to $2.90 is what I would expect, and you'd probably see that happen. If not by the end of January, likely sometime in February is what my expectation would be. I suspect that this next move is probably not at the same pitch as this. It's probably a little slower. That's my expectation at the moment, okay? So just so you're aware, which would imply not the same amount of time. If it moved at the same pace, then cool. You probably see this $2.30 target by the end of January. But if it doesn't move at the same pace like I'm expecting, likely it'd be sometime mid-February. Dia, AXL for the Cut Up TV. Axelar. High here to the low there. kind of obscure fibs, but whatever. High here to the, or low to high there. Also obscure. Finding support at the 0.5, finding resistance at the 0.5. What an interesting way to go about things. So abnormal. What about this? What about this one? Low to high. I swear, man, if you don't give me something. So weird. It is very, look at that. You even found support on the 0.5. You liked your 0.5, right? That much I can say. So being that from the low to a high, you're finding support here on this 0.5, this relative low to high here. You probably don't move down. That much I can say. Previous areas of resistance there, previous areas of support there. You probably move up from here. So let's project out that you move up, and not only that you move up, but you probably achieve a higher high, maybe something that's in line with these resistance points right here, just above this high, something like that, right around $1.30. You're at 74 cents now. Let's call for that. End of January targets, if not sometime in February, $1.30. That's my thoughts for Axelar. And if I'm wrong on that, you'll only be higher, like $1.60, right? Something like that. $1.60, higher than that even. If I'm wrong, only higher is my thoughts. I might not be bullish enough, in other words, right? ABR for the same requester, a cut up TV. ABR, is that, did I type it in right? ABR USD, yeah. Allbridge, that's right, I remember. Look at it on BNB chain, sure. Well, I don't know, man. I've got a good feeling about this one. No, probably not. I would stay away. I would just not. I wouldn't touch it. Don't touch it. Not worth it. Yeah, you're at a low point here. You're at about 10 cents. Sure, it might move all the way up to 14 cents. Maybe it even goes past that and moves all the way up to 24 cents, or maybe it just shits the bed like it's done for its whole life here. So I wouldn't touch this. I wouldn't touch it with your money and somebody else's finger pressing the button to buy. I wouldn't touch it. So that's my opinion on that. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Fett, THX54. I think that's thanks 54 for Fett. Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. All right, $1.50 from a relative high to a relative low. 618 down to the 382 classic. Next target would be the 786, 886. You're at $1.50 now. 247 to 290 sometime in February. Boom, easy peasy. Thank you. Fett. ZKML for Marcos Izquierdos. I think ZKML, it's one of those, yeah, DEX coins. I like the structure. I like where you found support here, right, on a closing basis. With coins like this, with low liquidity, low market caps, you should probably, like DEX coins, you should probably go off of closing bases only, not wicks, right? Because they have low liquidity. It's easily manipulated. Use the closing bases. Don't use the wicks, right? They're more solidified. Look at the significance of the closing basis, right? In this area of resistance, area of support as well, just central to this. Relative low here, the relative high here. 382 area, 0.5, found support, nice. Above the 236, nice. You definitely are moving up, Marcos. Good job. So from a high here to a low there, probably going to see a move up to about 91 cents to $1.30. You're at 42 cents now. Same time frame. End of January, sometime in February. You could, this thing looks like it likes to move a little bit faster. You could, in respect to that prior move, maybe $1.30 to $1.70 is an acceptable target as well. But again, probably end of January, if not sometime in February, is what my thoughts are for this. It could move a little faster, to be fair. But end of January at the earliest, right? Let's see. ZRO for Mike Ike. ZRO layer 0. Bull flag-esque. It definitely looks like a bull flag, right? Bull flag there, and then you're flagging out here, right? Something like that. Looks like a consolidation pattern nonetheless. If it is a bull flag, if it were to be respected as a bull flag, potentially your target move would take you up to about 11 bucks. You're at 570 right now. Let's see if anything agrees with that. From a high here to a low there. 10 bucks, you're at the 1618 there. Weekly RSI or weekly time frame. Weekly RSI looks good. High to low here. I like the respect that you're showing on this fib. This fib here from a high to low. I know it might look like a bit of a headache, Maybe on a 3-day time frame it looks like less of a headache. But from this high to low here, you hit your 1414, pulled back to your 886, 786 zone. It's a little bit of a deeper tracement for this, but it was very controlled. Likely you do move up at least to 854, but I'm thinking, man, there's nothing wrong with that $10 to like $12 area, probably. More likely $10 to $11, but certainly looking at that $10 area, at least 854. You're at 571 right now, so that's CRO. Moving on up, man. Moving on up. Mina is the next one for, I think it's RSI Muchacho ZY phone, ZT phone. I don't know. Doing this for you, my friend Mina. Mina on crypto. Okay, weekly time frame here. High to low here. I like the formation. I definitely think you're going to move out of this. 618 to 382, beautiful move. Next target, we know it. 786, 886, easy one. $1.20 to $1.45, easy peasy, right? That's where you're going. $1.20, $1.45. You're at 65 cents now. Easy peasy. We'll see you there in about a month. Yep, Mina. Mystery is the next one. Mystery, it's so mysterious. All right, it's not as mysterious as we thought it was, right? Its true endeavors are to just go down on us forever. Let's see. ICO price right there, down to its lows. Pretty decent drop. It doesn't have to go lower, I suppose. It doesn't have to. Not a whole lot to go off of. I suppose because we only have lower highs and lower lows, the best consideration would be that it does see a lower low, something like that, something probably around, what is that, 7 zeros, 7 or 8 zeros, 8, something like that. It could be. If you get above, and I think you have a very solid chance. I'm not convinced you go down. I'm not convinced you go up. I take it or leave it with this coin, but just for what it is, you are in a downtrend, so the odds would be you go to the downside. But this is a random coin that just came out of nowhere. It could pump at any time, so don't rely on that. If I had interest to buy it, in other words, I would just buy it now. If it goes lower, I would just buy more. If it goes higher, I would just buy more, right? Because you're in exploring area anyways. You're in the beginning days anyways, so it's all probably at a relatively good price. Whenever you get above however many zeros that is, 2, that's when I would get excited that you're going to see a bigger move up. I don't know where you're going to move, man. It's too new. Like the best I could give you is probably in time. If you move up from here and you don't see a lower low than this first, this will stand true. If you go lower than this low, then it's obsolete. I think that's 7, if not 8 zeros, 3115 or higher. Okay, but other than that, I don't know. All right, that's mystery. I probably spent way too much time on that for the amount of or the lack of information that I was able to provide. 4-hour time frame looks very bullish here on Tezos. This one's at the request of Dog. Mystery was at the request of Top G. Sorry, Andrew. I didn't know, man. I would have said hi sooner. My bad. All right, XTZ Dog. D-O-G here. High to low. Kind of nice. Finding support at previous areas of resistance. Kind of obscure, kind of interesting what you're doing there. But it definitely looks bullish, and I like the 4-hour RSI. Yeah, it looks like some kind of ascending triangle pattern breaking out of this bull flag pattern. $2.23, $2.71. Those are your next targets. If this is a bull flag, like I think it is, you're probably going to move all the way up to $3, $3.40, something in that range. You're at $1.42 now. We'll see you there probably sometime in February. That's my thoughts. Yeah. Moving on up. ACX is the next one. Did we already talk about ACX? No, we did not. ACX for Komorebi. Komorebi? I think that's right. All right, across protocol. Well, across had a very nice pump, followed by a very nice dump. Nice, almost an 8x. Beautiful. High to low. Down at 74% there. That's a pretty nice drop. for a bull market. Found support nice and tight right there, beautiful at previous areas of resistance. Very beautiful structure. What's your market cap, ACX? Where are you at? $209 million. $209 million. That's pretty low. You can do a lot with that. Let's call it 210. We'll just round up. I mean, yeah, I see no reason why you couldn't make that move. You're at 63 cents-ish right now. Your next move could be all the way up to $4. And I say your next move, maybe that's like April targets. Maybe your next immediate move by the end of January, February is like 258, but still 62 cents all the way up to like 258. That's nice, man. It doesn't look like it wants to stop here, in other words. It looks like it wants to move up rather immediately. Is it a good time to get in? Will it go lower? It probably is a good time to get in. It probably will not go lower. Not financial advice. ACX. Quant for XRXF, or maybe it's just RF with some X's around it. Quant looking like a bull flag as well. Low to high. Measure move. Draw some fibs. 1886 target. A lot of those are lining up there. $119. Maybe you do make your way all the way up to about $300, give or take $10 in either direction. Maybe you stop a little lower at 200 to 250. I certainly would expect 250 as it is at least on the docket, if not that $300 area. So that's Quant. That's my expectations. Probably when by the end of January, if not sometime mid-February. QNT. Let's talk about DMG for Sample Bum. Sample Bum. DMG. Let's see. Maybe it's this one. Did I write it down right? That is a D, that is an M, and that is a G. Dark Magician Girl. I don't know if that's right, but we'll give it a go. Let's see, actually, what was the market cap? DMG. Market cap, it's probably not worth talking about, to be completely fair. Yeah. Dark Magician Girl, you've seen some life in you recently. I would stay away from it. To be fair, you're finding support at previous areas of resistance. You don't look bad. I don't know what this is in reference to, but somebody bought a lot back there. Very low market cap, so if you want to put $5 into it and watch it turn into 5,000, it might do that, or more likely it'll just go to zero. But that's this. Sample Bum. If you wrote DMG and it was supposed to be for a crypto, I don't know, man. Maybe you did a typo. Maybe I did a typo. But let me see if it was meant to be DNG. Nope. Okay. Well, that's cool. We're gonna talk about Crow with Knife Caw for Roadie Life. Crow with Knife Caw. Caw. Makes me think of Horrible Bosses. Let's see. Mexi, maybe. I don't know. You're at the low points. You probably move to the high points. That's my best guess. You're at however many zeros that is, 706. You probably move up to 6 zeros, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, somewhere in that area. That's my best guess. How long? Same time frame. That's about it. Are you going to break out of this range? Probably not. You look like you want to be in this range forever. Until you break out of it, I'm just going to guess that you're going to be range bound. That's my best guess, right? When are you going to be out of the range? Well, you'll know because it'll be at new highs, right? That's how you know. So, do I like it? Yes, I like it. I think that it's a fine. I think that the project sounds interesting. It seems like if you contribute to the ecosystem, or you participate in that manner rather than just investing, there's more to be earned in that kind of respect. Which is good for the people getting involved. But for speculators, at least at this point, I think it's at a good price. Call. YFI for Ryan Lee. YFI. I'm going to talk about YFI. It's going to be a compounded video with Compound, Aave, AVAX, or maybe not AVAX. Sorry, XCN. I don't know why I said AVAX. AVAX could be in that video too, I suppose. $8,874 for YFI. When you break above the 382, you can go up above 28.6K to 36K, somewhere in that area. That's the target that I would have for you, 28.6 to 36K, somewhere in that area by the end of January. If not, sometime in February. That's my thoughts. Probably not the end of February, but sometime in February. YFI for Ryan Lee. We're going to talk about next. MCRT for Fahad. Or Fadku. Fadk. I don't know. MCRT? Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Oh, it looks like it's just finding itself, man. It's just discovering who it is. You've got a nice looking Adam and Eve pattern here. It's actually very textbook Adam and Eve. It's beautiful. It's literally beautiful, man. Good job. 0.001. I love these patterns. These patterns get me going, man. I lose sleep over these patterns. They're that special. High to low here. Now you need to not break below. If you ruin this, if you soil yourself on this opportunity, that's gonna just suck, man. This thing goes. If you see lower lows, just abandon all hope. Get the hell out, because it is going to zero. If you mess up this kind of bullish setup that you have right here, this legendary setup, it looks so perfect, then shame on you. You're going down, man. So really, if you get below 30941, that's when I'd be shitting my pants. But truthfully, once you're at new all-time lows, that's whenever it's probably more appropriate, or most appropriate, I should say, but semi-appropriate at the pink line there. Anyways, let's hope that you move up. Let's hope that you bounce off the 40 line here on the 3-day time frame, which you could. It's a very possible thing to do. You've got higher lows, it looks like, in the 3-day RSI, so that's nice. Do that. Move up, get to the 61869 area. You do that, you're probably solidifying higher targets, right? And whenever you do this, whenever you expect this expected zone here, you're getting above this. It's a bigger all move. You likely will move up to new all-time high. So I don't know where you're going to go, but I'm going to guess you move up. So 0.005 is your next target and higher. 0.005 to 0.008. You could be at 1 cent or higher at this rate by the end of April. Or zero. let's just see what you do. Daily time frame, not enough to go off of. I mean, you're oversold. You're not really at anything other than like the overall bullishness look of the pattern. Let's just see how it plays out. It's either going to do well or it's going to bust. But I will say this is a very bullish setup. So my automatic opinion, I wouldn't be 50-50 with this, right? Just looking at this pattern right now, by default, all emotion taken out of it, all logic taken out of it, just looking at the pattern. Up. Up where? Up above this. The true definition of a Adam and Eve pattern is you take the bottom of the pattern to the top of the pattern, you take that measure move and you put it up here like that, right there, boom. Your measure move would take you all the way to new all-time highs. You'd be at 1.3 cents. So whenever you move out of this, whenever you're in your breakout phase, whenever you're above this high here, so you're not in your breakout phase yet, but when you get above that high, that's when you'll move really fast, right? You probably continue to move more or less at this pace that you're doing now until April, May, maybe, and then going into the end of the year, you'll see that phenomenal breakout is kind of my guess, upwards to a cent or more. But who knows? You could do that. You could do it way sooner. If you're here by the end of February, then April, May, you could be all the way up and above at new all-time highs, and that'd be great, but I don't really know. MCRT, that's that. Let's look at usual for, I'm going to get this pronunciation wrong, but are you ready? Usual for Amea Stable. Amea Stable? Amea Stable. Or maybe it's Amel Stable. I don't know. All right. Talking about usual. Usual looks interesting. 4 hour. We'll do the 4 hour. From a low to a high. Lower you go. We'll see you down at 76 cents. No doubt about it. But C-Zar, what about? Nope, we'll see you down at 76 cents. But I don't care. We're going down below 76 cents. But you don't know about that? No, I don't. But you don't. It's going down to 76 cents. It's going to go below 76 cents. Is it a good time to buy here? If you want to, sure, buy it here. It can go down. You can buy more down there, and then it'll go up from there. But as long as you don't sell, sure, it's a good time to buy here. But it probably does go down below 76 cents. That's with a high degree of certainty. I don't have to look at anything else. I'm very positive of that. So as usual, let's move on here. EWT for Abida Move. Abida Move. We're doing this for you, man. EWT here. All right, let's see. $1.42, Higher lows in your RSI, lower lows in the price, looking like you've got some bullish divergence going on, finding support on the 123 green line moving average there, and I bet you found support at the 618, didn't you? You son of a gun, you did it. When you get above the 382 at $1.55 there, you're going to move up probably to new highs here relative to this, so we can take the relative high to a relative low there and project out anything from $2.38 to $2.85. You're at $1.41 now. That is your likely sometime in February kind of expectation, your end of this move expectation. Not end of cycle expectation, but end of move. Next on the list is Puffer. For Sandert, Puffer is the next one. Looking bullish as hell, actually, man. I like this. Look at that. It's like it is a broadening wedge, but look what you're doing here, right? Rejected, rejected, consolidating. I wonder with the different behavior what you might do. You might do things differently, right? So I think that you will move up from a high to a low. We'll see you at $1.21 to $1.52. You're at 74 cents now. That is your next target area, $1.51 to $1.52. Let me just double check here. I will say, I'll throw it on the roster. You could move up to about $1.70 to like $2. You very well could. You're at 74 cents. You could move up to $1.70 to $2. Let's say $1.80 to $2 by the end of February. You really could. But at least $1.30 to $1.53 is what I'm thinking. Puffer, looking good, looking beautiful. Thea for Sander as well. Oh, not Fen. We don't need the Thens, man. Damn Thens. Thea, let's see. No, we don't write USD on Dex Screener. Why can't I write properly? Thea. Okay, I think it's this one. We're going to go with it, right? 24-hour volume is that much. Market cap is that much. That's not a good sign. When your volume's more than your market cap, I've never seen that as a good thing. So it makes sense that you're dumping. Dumping. You don't have a lot of volume relative. I would stay away from this. You probably, Sander, requested this when it was at the top, and you've probably unfortunately found out the hard way that it's no longer relevant. But at the same time, it's possible, you know, if you're looking to buy this thing, it's at a much better price now. You normally look for something like this for a 90% drop, at least a 70% drop. But yeah, you got 95% now. Could you go lower? Absolutely, but I suppose it's at a relatively good price. Does it see new all-time highs? I don't know. I wouldn't count on it, but you never know. It's too new for me to have a genuine opinion, right? On a 4-hour time frame, it looks brand new. So, I mean, it is brand new. So that's that. Let's talk about Beam. Nope. Oh, come on now. Do it on Bybit. I like your daily time frame. You look really good. Daily RSI looks really good as well. No doubt you're moving up higher. New all-time highs on the way, baby. Here you go. High there to low there. We'll see you at 6.6 cents. You're at 2.9 cents. 6.6 to 11 cents is your next target. Likely 6.6 to 8 cents is where you're going to go. That's my thoughts, yeah. Beam. When am I going to get there? The same time as the rest of them, more or less, right? End of January, end of February, likely sometime in February. Next one is Unibot. Unibot. We're going to talk about Unibot. Unibot crypto. I don't like this coin, by the way, guys. I think I said this before. I said this whenever I figured it out, or whenever I first talked about it. It was sometime in December, I think. It was probably at these highs. I said I don't like this coin. Here it is at $6. It could move up from here, but why trust that when all it's done is just dump, right? Statistically speaking, every time you've consolidated, look at what you've done, right? Even the small phases of consolidation, you drop. You don't move up. It's not what you do. In fact, also to add more to the mix, the last time you were in this area was over here, and the last time you did that, that was this peak, and then the next one was this peak. So make no mistake, you're probably going lower. I would stay away from this one. I don't like it. Let's pretend I'm wrong. Let's pretend that it moves up. And again, I'm not trying to harsh on anybody's feelings. It's irrelevant what your feelings are. This is just what the charts look like, and the charts suck. They really do. You can't look at this and tell me the charts look good. if you are saying that, we know that you've got to know that you're biased, right? But let's pretend I'm wrong, okay? If I'm wrong, close above $9. Get above, actually probably get above like $9.10. Get above $9.10 on a closing basis, multi-day period, or on 1 week period, closing period, okay? And then from there, what you need to do is get above like about 13 bucks. If you can do both of those things, cool, I'm wrong. But to prove me right, you're at 632. All you need to do is get below $5.12. You get below $5.12 while the rest of crypto is doing this. This proves that this thing is worthless. It's not worth getting into. Get the hell out of it, right? And it probably already has proven itself to that merit. But don't let that make you panic sell out of this, and then it rips all the way up here, and then it's back to where you bought it originally, whoever you are. I'm not saying that that's what you did, Steve J. Klein, who requested this. Sorry, I meant to give you a shout out, my friend. I'm just saying, you know, maybe there's more people than just you who bought this coin who might be looking at this right now, hearing this TA. If you're holding on to this coin and you bought down here, I would just get out. If you're holding on to it from up here, what's the harm in holding it, I suppose? But if it's worth anything right now, maybe it is worth getting out, to be completely fair. Because I doubt that you get this. I think that it is going to go down, but I don't know. Watch you sell and then it pumps. I have no idea, but I think it goes down. Let's stop talking about it because I'm getting a headache. I'm sure you are too. Let's talk about XNO. XNO. Nano. XNO. From a high to a low, didn't even hit the 1272, pulled back to the 618. Beautiful, move up probably to like $3. You're at $1.60 now. We'll probably see it at $3. Yeah, $3, $3.80, something like that. That's the range that I'd give you by the end of January, probably sometime in February though. And you wanted me to say end of Jan targets, right? Quantum cryptographer. This is for Portulifont, Portalufont, and then also quantum cryptographer. You wanted me to do January targets, end of January. What I would say for this thing, probably anywhere from 220 to 263. End of February, $3 to 382. If I'm wrong on the end of January targets, you're only going to be higher. Okay, that's my thoughts on XNO. Let's move on from here. Now we're on the back side, guys. I'm on the back side of the page, right? This whole page is filled with requests. Okay, and then now I got the backside. These are all the ones that we're going to talk about in this video. Still, all those ones there. So we're almost there. Almost there. PNG for a beta move. We're doing this for you, man. A beta move. PNG. You want to talk about pangolin? We're going to get a pangolin up in here. 34.4 cents from a high here to a low there. 61869 down to the 0.5. Very expected move. Consolidating right here. Beautiful. Probably up to the 786, 886. We're going to see you at $1. About $1.40 to $2.50. You're at 34 cents now. Yes, you heard me correctly. $1.40 to $2.50 in the same allotted amount of time as all the rest of them, man. That's a crazy move. A beta move. You're talking about some good stuff here. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 4x to a 7x. Very possible. Very, very possible. Yeah. Looks good. Looks really good. Next one is Rune for AB Lisa. Rune. Thorchain, in kind of a weird breakout, but I think you are moving up higher. I suspect you're about to see new all-time highs. So weird what you've done in this range, right? You broke out of this, and you've been sloppy, very sloppy. I have no doubt so you're going to move up higher, though. Let's talk about 1052 to 1464. You're at 512 now. 1052 to 1464 sometime in February, if not higher. Okay, that's my thoughts. Miss Lisa. Cookie for Clay Cow is the next one. Cookie. I've heard some good things about this one. Interesting things about this one. Oh my goodness. Well, now I see why. Now I see why. From a high to a low. I didn't know that that's what this thing looked like. Let's see here. Come on now. There we go. High to low, high to low. There we go. There we go. All right. High to low at the 1414. You hit the 1414, didn't you? And then you smacked right down to the 1272. And then you found support on it, didn't you? And now you're back at the 1414, looking like you want to break up to the 1618, probably up to 93 cents. You're at 51.7 cents now. So probably let's give it a good shot to 93.5 cents. That's probably where your next going to move to. And likely with how phenomenally bullish you look, you're probably going to move all the way up to $1.77. Maybe you what's the market cap of this thing? What is the market cap of this thing? Let's just see before I get crazy. Number 551, so it's low. 81, yeah, dude, the sky's the limit with something like this, man. 81 million. I mean, you could be all the way up at 440 in February. You really could. Maybe by the time February comes around, you're only at 93 cents. I don't know, anything and everything between. I know it's not a good answer, but damn, dude, you got potential. You could be all the way up at 10 bucks. Genuinely, you could be all the way up at 10 bucks, even with the current moves that you've already seen by the end of January. Well, maybe not by the end of January, by the end of February. If not, April, May, something like that. 51.8 cents now. Looking good, man. Low market cap. Definitely a good thing to get into. I've heard good things about it. Look into it. If you want to buy this coin, look into it before you buy it, but I definitely think it goes up higher. If you're looking for a major retracement, like even if it does major retrace, it's still at probably a really good price right now, right? And you could just buy more at the lows there, but that's my thoughts on Cookie. Gala for stargazing. Gala Games. Gala Games. Breaking out, looking good. Bull flag for sure. Measure move, my friend. It would be something like this from a low. If I could just grab that white line there. Just trying to get a little bit there. All the way up to about 10 cents. 4.2 cents now. So yeah, 10 cents is the move. Based on the measure move there, high to low. 1618 says 11 cents. So you heard it, man. 9 cents to 11 cents. The old 9/11 price target there. All right, so that was for stargazing. Let's talk about move for 1, 2, 3 and get away from any kind of problematic jokes that might ensue from the last bit that we just did there. All right, so here we go. From a high to a low. High to a low. We're at $1.02 now. $1.36, $1.55 by the end of January. That doesn't sound right. Probably higher. Let's go. A lot of things have looked. It's just such a small amount. Let's see. Not really anything else that you've got. I mean, yeah, you're so new. Let's go for the 1886 to the 200 level because a lot of things have been going for that. That's what a lot of things look like they want to do. So $1.72 to $1.80. You're at $1.02 now. That's my thoughts on movement. You could absolutely move up higher. I just don't know with this thing, man. It's too new. It's too movement to calculate its movement, man. All right, so that's move. Let's talk about Zen at the request of the Legend Home. I don't know if that's right. Zen looking bullish as hell. High here to low here. 618 tipped down to the 0.5. Next we rip up to the 786, 886. See you at $82 to $116. You're at $29 now. When is that going to hit? Say it with me. Sometime in February. That's right. All right, Zen, easy peasy. How certain are you of that, Chris? I'm pretty certain. C-Zar, sorry, I got out of my alter ego there. C-Zar, CKB is the next one, all right. Nervous Network. I don't know how to pronounce that name, man. Nervous Network, CKB for Albagatani. I tried. CKB, Nervous Network. He requested this one recently, okay. One of the more requesters. As you get to the end of the video, right, it's the more recent requesters that are going to be fulfilled. 618 down to the 236. Kind of a deep retracement from here, but that's okay. Nervous, making you nervous. Likely it's going to move up to its 786, 886 area, 2.5 to 3 cents. You're at 1.27 cents. Now, sometime in February. CKB, easy peasy. Let's move on. Dot for Michael Winkle or Michael Hinkle. I don't know if I wrote a W or an H there, but Michael Hinkle. Finding support at the weekly 123. That's never a bad thing. It really is very rarely not a good thing. We'll see you at $20 to $25. You're at $7.60 now. That's my expectation. Let's see if there's other things that line up with that because it's kind of obscure. Let's see. Yeah, $20 to 25 bucks, man. I like it. 20 to 26. Dot. Perfect. Let's talk about peak. Peak. Take a peek at it, man. I got a feeling, there's a lot of cryptos, right, that don't have this crypto, whatever this is, set up. I have a feeling that could be a sign. That could be an early sign. What is this? Just real quick. Peak. Number 223. Might have the right networking. 425. I don't know, man. It's a low enough market cap. You could see some crazy gains. Absolutely, you could. From a high to a low, all the way up to 86 cents to $1.01. You're at about 65 cents now. Yeah. Maybe $1.15 to $1.40, something like that. You could go on a total rampage, go all the way up to like $1.65, like you did here. I don't know, man. Looking like you want to move up, though, definitely. And anything and everything in between. I would say probably you don't stop lower than $1. You probably do not exceed $1.65. So anything and everything between there is free range. Hard to say, though, because it's such a new one. EOS is the next one. EOS. For a street drug named Desire. You know, EOS, one of the funniest things about this coin was in its white paper it said, we do not promise to do anything. Right? They essentially said we could just be a nothing coin and leave, abandon the project, and that's okay, right? We are not liable for anything like that. Like that was in the. It's not exactly like that. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but more or less kind of like that. But here it is. Still alive and thriving at 90 cents. 90 cents here. Probably moving up to $1.90 to $3 here. That'd be my guess. $1.90 to $3. That sounds about right. Sometime in February. EOS, easy peasy. I'm gonna stop saying easy peasy so much. I say that with my daughter all the time because she's 2, so she thinks stuff like that's funny, right? She doesn't know a lot of words, so I mean she knows a lot of words. She just doesn't know how to put them all together, I suppose. So easy peasy. That's just a fun thing. And so now I say that. I say a lot of like childish phrases now because of that, right? Because of the people I associate with. Polygon Matic here. It's not Matic anymore, it's Polygon, right. High to low. 382, good. We'll see at 60 cents to 71 cents very soon, probably sometime this month. Going into the end of the month, we'll probably break out to new relative highs at the 76 cent area. Into February, going up toward 90 cents to $1.13. You're at 51 cents now. I like it. Polygon. Talk about open for less is more. Open custody protocol on KuCoin here. Sure. I like where you're at on support. Looks good structurally speaking. Daily RSI at a good area to find support as well. Weekly RSI, what do you look like? Not too bad. It's kind of neutral, but that's, you know, it's whatever. Let's see, high to low. What about this, actually? Hold on. I'm going to pull it down to the 3-day. High to low here, all the way up to your 1886200. It's just funny how that keeps coming up, right? It's been very rampant this cycle, that 1886200. About a cent now. Let's call for 7 cents, man. I mean, maybe not. Maybe not, actually, to be completely fair. That 1886 is pretty high. Let's call for 5 cents. 5.7 cents. 5.7 to 4.5 cents. You're at 1 cent now, something like that. At a minimum, about 4 cents, okay? But 4.5 cents to 5.7 cents. That's my thoughts for open. Let's talk about SWI, Phantom, and Sand, and then this bad boy. SWI for Baharta Kali, I think I spelled, or Koli, Baharta Koli. From a high here to a low there. Man, I gotta take that off. It's hot. It's getting hot. I gotta turn off that fireplace back there, man. It's getting hot up in here. All right, so probably not stopping at your 1618. So let's call for the 886 to 200 level. You probably don't stop there either, though, SWI. No. You might actually. What's SWI at now, right? SWI's at a pretty high market cap, right? I need a hero. I'm holding over a hero at the end of the night. $16 billion. 16 billion. Maybe. I mean, maybe you move all the way up to 1537. Maybe. But I believe you probably stop at $8.47 to $10. That's my thoughts for SWI, personally. Okay. SWI. Let's talk about Phantom for Sadism. FTM. Finding support at the 123 day or 3-day moving average. Nice. Looking good. You're about to see one of the more bullish moves that you've seen. The most bullish move probably that you've seen this whole bull cycle, right? Here's my perspective on that real quick. Or let me go on a tangent. You moved up here, you moved all the way down. You moved up here, you moved all the way down. You moved up here, you did not move all the way down. If you move up again, I would suspect you might be showing strength more so than you did any other time. If you're showing strength, maybe you cut it loose a little bit more so than any other time, and you see a real move based off of this high to low retracement here. Something that would probably take you up to at least $1.77 to $2.40, if not new all-time highs. You're at 83 cents now. Phantom looking bullish as hell. Sandbox is the last one for Satam Rakshit. Got you, bro. Sand USD. Binance. Beautiful. Looking really free. Oh, dude, looking great. Looking great. I'm sorry for the noise that just came out of my mouth, and I'm not sorry at the same time because it looks really good. 382 to the 236, beautiful. Where's the next move? Anybody who's been following me for at least a month, let alone the last 2 years I've been doing the channel, you know what the answer is, right? 382 to 236, come on, where's it going? Absolutely, you guessed it, 61869. $2.06, $2.70. You're at 65-ish, 64, 65 cents right now. $2.06 is your minimum target. And when is it going to get there? Say it with me. In February, sometime in February, yes. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Undoubtedly, the one that got me the most excited out of all of these was TRB. TRB, Party Boy, with the win. I would not have expected that, but genuinely, TRB. Crazy, crazy, man. Looks pretty damn good, yeah. All right, guys, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Thank you all for being here. That was fun. Bye-bye.